YMCA. Today we are going to be doing an arm circuit. So this is a 5x5x5, which has 5 exercises. Each exercise we are going to do for 5 reps, and we're going to do the whole circuit for 5 rounds. I'm just going to show you each exercise, and that way you can pause, play music, do it at your own pace. But this way you get the cues and what to be mindful of for each movement. I'm actually using 5 pounds. Feel free, if you have other weights at home, to modify, change your weight for each movement, as well as doing it with no weight, or maybe grabbing cans or soup or anything like that to modify and make weights for what you have. So, our first exercise is going to be a front raise. Starting from the ground up, my feet are hip width apart, my toes are forward. There's a small bend in my knee. We don't want to lock our knees out. That prevents blood flow to our feet, and that's not good. So small bend in the knees, my hips are tucked, my core is tight. A lot of times when we do upper body work, especially when we're pressing overhead, our lower back will begin to arch. We want to avoid that by tucking our hips, keeping my navel towards my spine. I'm tucking my hips, I don't know what to say about that. I know. So my feet are hip width apart, my toes are forward, small bend in my knees, hips are tucked, shoulders roll down and back. This first move is a front raise. So my arms are going to come out, and I'm going to start with both of them raised and lower one and raise. So I'm meeting in the air. If that feels like too much, you can also just be down by your legs. Having your arms extended is going to engage your core a little bit more. My shoulders are plugged. I'm avoiding that lean back. So we're going to do 5 each side. That would be 3. This is 4. And this is 5. Then you're going to rest, roll the shoulders, reset if you need. And what we're going to do is a lateral raise with a curl. So a little bit of thinking, kind of like patting your head, rubbing your belly, but you got this. I'm going to lateral raise and curl, and then switch sides. Avoiding any teapot, any tipping over, trying to keep my shoulders above my hips and my hips above my ankles. Core so tight, trying not to swing or use any momentum, really mindful of that lateral deltoid and that raise and that bicep with that bicep curl. If you find that you need different weights, you are more than welcome also to do all one side. Let's say I want to use more for my curl and less for my lateral raise, and then switch which weight you're using for that other side. From here, we are going to go into a bent over row. So my feet are going to stay hip width apart, my small bend in my knees, my shoulders are going to plug, and my belly comes to my spine. I'm going to turn. Again, we want to avoid any hunching, forward roll. Keep that bend, and this hinge is coming from my hips. I'm hinging from my hips, keeping my back straight. Shoulders are plugged in their socket. From here, I'm going to squeeze my shoulder blades together, feeling my lats activate at the top. Maybe pausing for a moment or two. 4. And if you want to stay with the single side movement, this is a move that you can also do one side and then the other. Really focusing on each individual arm. From here, our 4th move is going to be an overhead press. We just did a pull. It's nice to combat our pulls with our presses with each of these movements. I'm going to have my hips tucked, especially with this overhead movement. I'm pressing overhead. I'm going to bring my dumbbells together, elbows tucked in, core tight, come down into a tricep press, tap the back of my traps, come up, separate my arms, come down. That's 1. Press. Bring the weights together, core tight, drop down, extend, separate, come back. Again, avoiding any rocking, any bouncing. Small bend in the knees, hips are tucked, core so tight, triceps 2/3 of that upper arm. So important to work. Awesome, and then our 5th move, you're going to stay with this bend. I call these just pec decks. You're going to slide your elbows as if there was a table or a counter, not letting them drop below your shoulders, squeezing your chest as you come in, squeezing your shoulder blades down and back, core tight as you come out. So good, especially from that transition from the overhead press. It's going to feel awesome. And that would be 1 round. So you're going to do that 4 more times. You would come right back into that front raise, 5 each side, into that lateral raise and curl, bent over row, overhead press to tricep extension, and then those bent arm lateral slides with pec decks. If 1 round feels enough for you, if you need to change weights, listen to your body and modify however you need.